Japanese scientists investigated the Russian research about Hunza water and found that electrolysis could be used to create living water with properties similar to Hunza water. This is now known as functional water, micro water, ionized water, or Kangen water. Kangen is a Japanese word that means return to origin, or in chemistry, reduced, having an extra electron. In the U.S., Kangen water is the trademark of Enagic USA, who market top-of-the-line water ionizers. Anyone with an ion water generator can make Kangen water from tap water. Water is first filtered, then exposed to an electrical charge in the electrolysis chamber of the generator. Alkaline ionized water is called living water. It is similar in atomic structure to the waters that the people of Hunza drink directly from glacial streams in the high Himalayas. It is fresh, invigorating, life-enhancing, free radical scavenging, and delicious. Full-scale development of water ionizers started in 1954, fueled by research at several agricultural universities on the effects of ionic water, especially acid water, on plants. Experiments on the human body followed, conducted by Japanese doctors and other scientists around the world. In Japan, hospitals and clinics have used purified, electrically restructured, ionized alkaline water for over 30 years to treat a number of disease conditions. Following efforts by Japanese medical doctors and agricultural doctors, the water ionizer was approved for medical therapeutics by the Japanese Ministry of Health and Rehabilitation in January 1966.
Well, we don't have a glacier. We don't typically have, fresh streaming water. One way to do it, and this has been studied by the Japanese, is a process called ionization. It's actually running some electricity through the water, and it breaks the filtered water into some of the natural properties. It provides the microclustering. It increases the alkalinity. It provides a high ORP, or these free electron states, to the water. So in a lot of ways, we're getting some of the similar properties to natural base water. It even changes the molecular structure. We can see a more health-giving pattern when looked under an electron microscope. So ionization is an option and a choice for many people if you don't have a glacier.
So the Russians discovered the property of the water, all these properties, and they developed an electrolysis system. They found a way to actually separate the water and get these properties. And the Japanese improved upon this process and improved upon it, and have come up with the best ionizer available now. And I really do appreciate the work that the Japanese have put into it because of the diligence and the care that these ionizers are made with.
Numerous peer-reviewed scientific studies have been performed in well-respected universities and hospitals around the world, which show the benefit of alkaline ionized water. Some of those benefits are weight loss, releasing toxins and stored body fat, normalize blood sugar, support healthy colon function, resolve urinary tract infections, relieve asthma and chronic respiratory conditions, stop abnormal gut fermentation, reduce proliferation of candida, fungus, and undesirable microforms, reduce chronic pain, improve wound healing with oxidizing acidic ion water.
The most important thing, we don't want to drink water that has pollutants, and that could be harmful to our system. So when we're drinking water, it would be nice to know that what you're drinking is clean.
The first step to creating alkaline ionized water is to have clean source water. Enagic's Kangen water generators use an activated carbon filter that removes chlorine, volatile organic chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, benzene, trihalomethane compounds, radon, solvents, and many other man-made chemicals found in tap water. Ionized water is pure or virgin water. Everything water has been exposed to leaves an electromagnetic frequency signature or imprint. Ionized water is virgin water because the EMF have been reset.
There are 4 very specific properties to these healing waters that are found in these mountainous regions that are flowing from the glaciers. And there's been a lot of research on this. The Russians discovered it, and they discovered a way to make it. And those 4 properties are, It's hexagonal, and what that basically means is it's shaped like a snowflake. You look at it under a microscope. It's beautiful. It's crystal structured.
Ionized water has been restructured. The water molecules cluster in groups of 4 to 6 instead of the normal 10 to 15. Nuclear magnetic resonance has documented this difference. The reduction in cluster size helps the body absorb ionized water more quickly and efficiently.
Also microclustered, micro meaning small clusters. It's broken down very small so the body can easily absorb it. It's very bioavailable. It was very alkaline. pH is around 9.5. Some were found at 9.0. So it really helped the body as far as not adding acid waste to the body and helping to keep the body very alkaline.
You may hear a term, it's called clustering. The water molecules naturally exist in a cluster, and some people call it hexagonal, which would be 6. So they naturally exist in a cluster of 6 water molecules. The water as found through taps and commercial water sources is a much larger cluster of water molecules. There are many beneficial properties to that, and it enhances the body's ability to hydrate.
I was really excited when I started actually to quote-unquote play with the water in my own kitchen with different supplements, with powders and tea and oil and all the different things that I worked with. And you could really see the life to the water. I could put, for example, my green vegetable powder drink in Kangen water versus a bottled water and a tap water, and actually see that this water has an energy to it. In fact, it will stir itself and become very, very absorbable, and you can watch that happen within the water. You can watch it make tea instantly, whereas other waters cannot do that. It cannot get in and penetrate those nutrients and pull those nutrients out and put it right in the water where you're drinking it, where it can then go in and penetrate your cell walls at that same level.
Many people complain that they find it difficult to drink large amounts of water because it makes them feel bloated and heavy. Regular water, tap or bottled, is composed of large clusters of water molecules and has no life energy or electrical charge. It sits in your stomach like a stagnant pond. In contrast, drinking ionized alkaline water is easy because it tastes much better than tap or bottled water, and the smaller molecular cluster size and life energy it carries allows it to be absorbed more quickly.
And the other feature is it has a negative ORP, and what that stands for is oxidation reduction potential. Not to get real big and fancy, a lot of people are like, oh, what is that? It is the ability of that water to reduce the oxygenation of the body. The property of the water that actually gives it this negative ORP, or the potential to reduce the aging in our body, is the active hydrogen that it consists of.
ORP, also known as redox potential or oxidation reduction potential, measures the tendency of a molecule to gain or lose electrons. It is measured in millivolts. When a substance has an electron to donate, it measures with a negative charge. When a substance loses an electron and is positively charged, the ORP is plus. Negatively charged substances act as an antioxidant. Positively charged substances act as oxidation enhancers.
What we have learned to understand is this water in its energetic state has an abundance of free electrons. Okay? The Earth is loaded with free electrons, and where that comes from is lightning strikes. Okay? So we have all this energy potential in the Earth that's imparted to the water, and when we consume the water, you're basically consuming a antioxidant. We know vitamin C, vitamin E, all these particular nutrients that you may take. In its natural state, water has a similar or even perhaps more powerful ability to quench out free radicals or inflammatory processes that may occur from natural processes within our body to create energy, to fight infections, as well as to quench out some of the destructive things that we may do in our modern life, from pharmaceutical agents, cigarettes, alcohol, over-exercising, stress. Water can help buffer that in its natural state.
Like natural ancestral water, ionized water holds a measurable negative electrical charge. This is what gives the water vitality or life energy. Almost all other drinking water available to us has a positive charge, which means they are oxidizing agents. Only negatively charged water can efficiently flush out toxins and poisons in the body at the cellular level and neutralize free radicals. A free radical is a molecule of oxygen that has lost an electron and is positively charged. It is also known as active oxygen. This active oxygen is hunting for a replacement electron from somewhere else in the body. Active oxygen damages the cell membrane and even DNA. Antioxidants produced by the body and from our food provide free electrons to stabilize active oxygen-free radicals. Ionized water is one of the most powerful antioxidants known. Ionized water has millions of hydroxyl ions per glass. No other water has this incredible benefit.
Acid alkaline is the amount of hydrogen that's present. When there is tremendous amounts or a large amount of hydrogen, a system is termed acid. The pH is considered low. When there is lesser amounts of hydrogen, it's alkaline. The second component of water in its natural state, as we just spoke about, was having natural minerals. Okay? Being able to get these nutrients which are critical to our health, and those don't exist for the most part in commercially bought or tap waters. Water in a alkaline state provides the body with a greater capacity to buffer some of the natural processes that stress the body, as well as the lifestyle processes that also stress the system. And drinking water in a natural alkaline state provides you with a substance that is not acid, that is not damaging to your system. So you can look at it from two different ways, eliminating all the unhealthful things that we don't even think about and consuming clean, natural base water.
Is ionized alkaline water safe for anyone to consume? Certain medical conditions require fluid restriction, so you should follow your doctor's advice.
For these people, because of the unique imbalances that are created, extra fluid is not processed well. So the standard conventional mechanism, don't take fluid because you can't process it, let's minimize it. While the cells intracellularly are starving. See, the problem is that the fluids can no longer get into the cells effectively. Is it because people are not drinking or haven't drinking natural water? Certainly one component of it. It has to do with the health of the actual cellular membrane. So for these people, well, I don't want to say drink all the water you can, but I think you will find for whatever water that you can, or fluid that you can, by consuming water in a natural state, you may begin to enhance the intracellular component of the water and lessen some of that extracellular water that exists. And in doing so, you may find that your fluid intake may gradually increase, and that would be beneficial. How that helps your ultimate condition, obviously it is an unknown since there's many factors involved. But water in its natural state, microclustered, alkalinized, is going to give you, in essence, the most bang for your buck. Don't waste your fluid on coffee. Don't waste your fluid on energy drinks or sodas. Absolutely not. That's just going to make your condition worse.
All water is not created equal. We encourage you to try ionized alkaline natural water. Ask the person who gave you this DVD for a free sample of Kangen water. For references and resources about the topics covered in the DVD, go to ionwatertruths.com.